Good night and welcome to another episode of Reason with Ashleigh-Ann. I'm Ashleigh-Ann and tonight we're gonna have a big discussion. The reason I'm saying it's going to be big, it's because we have some very hot topics to discuss, and if you hear a little baby in the background, that's Makeda, my co-host. I'm so proud to say that. Trust me when I tell you, says Makeda is my blessing. Alright, so as you come in, just tell me where you're connecting from. I am broadcasting live from Kingston, Jamaica, and if this is the first time you're watching Reasoning with Our Reason with Ashleigh-Ann, it's a show that I do right here on Jamaicans.com Facebook page every single week. Me not miss no week. Me so talk about my wardrobe now because you see this politics thing, I want it up and done. Anyway, so the purpose of the program is to talk about current affairs in Jamaica, specifically what is happening in the week, right? So in the week that has passed or that is ending, we talk about what is happening, and of course we share our views. So I'm sharing my views, you're sharing your views. If this is the first time that you're watching this show, comment below and tell me where you are connecting from. And for all of my loyal viewers, participants, co-hosts, marketers, big up on a nice clean body self. I'm on a vibe today. It is a vibe. Makeda is so and what's the word now? She's just taken aback by the technology, so she's a bit quiet today. Hi, Ann Karen, one of my loyal viewers. Big up yourself. Sometime the topic burn your skin, sometime I just sit down and watch what I go on. I hope you participate today. So if you saw the caption, you know what I'm going to talk about. But before we jump to that discussion about our Caribbean neighbors, I want you to do something very important. Share me live. Go to the bottom of your screen. You're going to see that share, S-H-A-R-E. Share it to everyone on your timeline. I want the community to continue to grow. And what I love about you guys, you actually listen when I ask you to just kindly share my video now. Sure. Alright, right away I want to say hi to Tiffany Knowles. You're related to Beyonce? You're related to Beyonce, Tiffany. Beyonce is like one of my major favorite artists. And I'm saying, you miss a major. Juan Reginald from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Patricia, One Love from Boston, Massachusetts. Yes, we can pronounce it. Hooray! Alright, and Karen is always here from Toronto in the building. So yes, let's talk about it. I'm gonna jump right to the very important thing that is on everybody's lips right now, and that is the issue of the coronavirus in Jamaica. So I don't know if corona just love the sun, love the sea, love the, I'm not going to say the other S, but corona not left Jamaica. We are seeing in the news where, and I'm just sharing based on what I've been reading, where the numbers are jumping. A 69-year-old man is dead, and they are ruling it's as a result of symptoms of the coronavirus. So he tested positive, and then he developed complications and he died. Lord Jesus, man, I'm tired of it. And what is happening crazy now, a lot of people, they're asking whether or not we are experiencing a second wave of the virus, because in the space of 24 hours, just earlier this week, we saw 98 cases, and those cases were primarily coming out of the parishes of Kingston and St. Andrew and St. Thomas. So right away the government of Jamaica jumped in and they instituted a curfew, right? The curfew is now, started today, August 22. It runs from nightly curfew, that is 7 p.m. in the night to 5 a.m. in the morning. So that means that any little party where they go keeping up in a town, yes, I don't know, Makeda found that very funny. So basically it will be going on until September 2, and I guess by then the Jamaican government, I would say the Jamaican government headed by the Prime Minister, of course, will decide whether or not they need to reinstate it, change it up a little bit, or I don't know. I think I appreciate the quick action of the government, especially in command to trying to contain the virus. But I don't know. I feel like what am I say? I feel like it's good and it's bad, and one of the reasons why it's bad, we still have election on election day on September 3, and I don't know how I feel about that. You understand? As a matter of fact, I do know how I feel about that, but I don't know if I'm ready to share just yet. I want to read your comments. Sharon says from New York, love to see you. I love to see you too, Sharon. Big up yourself. Alright, if it is that you are watching my videos every week, please comment below and tell me. I realize the number them are jumping on. I know someone love me, you know. I know someone love me. Just keep on sharing me with your friends and your family on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So my issue with the other part of the government's response to COVID-19 in Jamaica is the fact that I get the impression that we are still reactive rather than proactive. Alright, Corona seemed like it not leave Jamaica. Why is it then that we waited until the Ministry of Education announced that we are going to reopen school September 7 and to retract that date? You understand? Why is it that we're going to wait until new cases are emerging? You understand? When we clearly have medical professionals who they say are studying the virus, studying the spread of the virus in Jamaica, to advise them. Why are we making reactive moves rather than proactive moves? Right? They are saying that they have been, but look here, from about June, and you guys can check my previous shows, from about June they have been talking about the distribution of tablets and other internet enabled devices to students and just people in the education sector who are disadvantaged as a result of the impact of COVID in Jamaica. No, the tablets them not reach enough people. And if you know a community that is brutally affected by COVID-19, you can comment below and tell me how is it they are coping. The government has said, okay, considering the new cases that they have blamed arose out of the Independence holidays, and of course they are saying non-compliance of Jamaicans returning to the island who wish not to quarantine and put on the phone in the house and give them fake address and do all kind of foolishness. They're saying that non-compliance has led to what we're seeing. I don't want to say it, but it seems like a second wave. We are seeing 98 cases in 24 hours. Then the other day I saw 56 or 58 in 24 hours. Like, hear me now, no man. Hear me now, no. How is it that we are going to move forward? How are we going to move forward if it is that we are just continuing with this whole coronavirus? I mean, someone said to me, say, look here, Ashley, this is the new normal. Corona will be here for a while. What your government needs to do is to make the suitable adjustments and work with them. And I think especially for the education sector, you can correct me if I'm wrong, enough teachers need to learn how to utilize the technology to reach their students. And I think private and public organizations need to come together and provide internet access to enough people who don't have access, especially our children. I want to take your comments and I want to know your thoughts. Please share them in the comments below. Alright, I'm seeing here Vivet said, give Jamaican an inch and they take a mile. Boy, I think the curfews are great, Vivet, but I feel like them have to come a little stronger, you see me? Because yeah, come little stronger, and let us just adjust to that new normal. So if we're going to stick to curfew, stick to curfew. Nobody shift it up and announce elections. We're having mass campaigning, big motorcade, some people wearing masks. mask, no, some people not wearing mask. Let us stick to something so that we can have a uniformed approach to the fight against COVID-19 in Jamaica. That's just my thoughts. Because if it is that we're just going to go on as business as usual, then we're going to find ourselves in some serious problems, right? Nerissa says, hi from St. Martin. You were here last week, and I think you were just so engrossed by Makeda. I remember your comments. Fred, hi Fred. Fred, I can't pronounce your last name. Hold on, let me try that. Let us try that, Makeda. So it's Fred Kaferochoka, and he's from Cape Town. Wow! Hi! Thank you for joining. So if you're just joining the conversation, you are watching Reason with Ashleigh-Ann right here on Jamaicans.com Facebook page. And if for the first time you're there watching, we go live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Jamaica time, 8 p.m. US Eastern Standard Time. Me can't tell you the time, they'll be everywhere. So just walk you out from that. Alright? Alright, so we're continuing the discussion. Remember I tell you now, I don't think that we have a uniformed approach to COVID-19. Yeah, the government said they are putting things in place to ensure that we contain the virus. But then you go call election. But you go have politicians encouraging campaigners or we must call them revelers. And I saw them behave revelers to well, I don't want to say encourage because that's a strong word, but basically locks up when it comes to the social distancing protocols. And it's kind of suspect that the curfew for Kingston, St. Andrew, and St. Thomas, and Clarendon, the 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. nightly curfews cut off on September 2. Election day, September 3. I don't know. I just see a problem with that. You can tell me if I'm looking too deep into things. Alright? So I'm not going to stay much on this topic. I'm moving right along. I know you saw the caption and we are going to talk about it. Quite frankly, please tell me. I have friends who are from different Caribbean countries. I have friends in Barbados, I have friends in St. Lucia, I have friends in Trinidad and Tobago, I have friends in Bahamas, I have friends in, well, I had a friend in Cuba at one time. What's wrong? I had a friend in Cuba at one time. So it's like, I know different people and people who really, I have friends in Puerto Rico. I have a friend from Haiti, and my challenge is this, right? What make Jamaicans can get along with them? Why is it that we have this animosity? And when I say Jamaicans, I'm not speaking about all Jamaicans, because as I told you before, I have friends in a different parts of the Caribbean. Why we can't get along with our Caribbean neighbors? Why is there always animosity? I know about the issue with the all the regional bodies that they try to form, some of the inadequacies of some of the existing regional bodies, including CARICOM, right? But why is it that we can't? Okay, all right. Just a minute, guys. All right. Why is it then that we cannot get along with our Caribbean neighbors? I have a problem with that, and the reason I'm asking this question, earlier this week there was a big feud on Twitter between some Trinidadians and some Jamaicans. This is what caused it. There was a tracing of the Trinidad, so the map of Trinidad, right? People who study geo can tell me what it is. So the actual image of Trinidad, shaped as a J, right? People say it's shaped as a J. And some artists who found it very funny decided to spell out Jamaica. If you saw that on Twitter, just comment below and tell me what was your reaction to it, especially if you are non-Jamaican. Of course, the Jamaicans ran with it. Some, I should say. So there were retweets. There were, Jamaica is just so amazing, and you know, Jamaicans, that's how we are. We're the pearl of the Caribbean, and a lot of Trinidadians took offense to it because they're like, why is it Jamaicans, and I'll tell you my thoughts on it, but I want to know yours first. Why is it Jamaicans always behave like they are the only people? When you talk about the Caribbean, Jamaicans are the only people. Like the Caribbean is Jamaica. And of course, the Jamaicans came back with, well, our culture is superior than yours. That was the feeling. That was the thought behind some of the tweets that I've been looking over. And my thing is, but before I share my views, I want to hear what you guys are saying. So, alright, I see some of you still speaking about the government. Nerissa says, I just saw a little part of her head, energetic, very energetic. Yes, Nerissa. Yes, Nerissa, indeed. Vivette said, I agree with you that the government needs to stick to the curfew for an extended period. I don't know, maybe 6 months. I don't know if I'm speaking out of my, I don't want to tell you where, but I don't know if I'm not speaking from an informed place, or I don't have enough information to make that suggestion, but we need to stick to something. But back to what I was saying about Jamaica versus Trinidad. Why Trinidad and Tobago? I don't want my Trinidad friends them come for me. Trinidad and Tobago, right? I don't understand why the animosity exists, and I cannot understand the insular behavior of Jamaicans. I have to say it. We are vibrant people. We are filled with rich talents, but we aren't the only Caribbean nation. You understand? We have Caribbean brothers and sisters who are just as talented. You understand? We can exercise and see how unity can push the Caribbean to a further space on the international scene. And for them to look up bickle, or what am I say no? For the look up mek, I don't, for the look up mek, and to just get a couple retweets, I don't think it's worth it. So you are going to trace a map of Trinidad, and if you guys saw the incident on Twitter, you can comment below. It happened earlier this week. You're gonna trace a map of Trinidad as a J, right? You know, some people are saying, you know, I always wonder why Trinidad was shaped like, Lord Jesus, man. I forgot, you know, the what them call it now? Is geo? You can help me out. Is that geography? I'm not so sure, but I think I just saw the island shape. Why it is now that you go take it by yourself? Spell out Jamaica, right? Anger the Trinidadians who don't already feel like they're going like fear culture well superior than for them, and then try to back up your, what should I say, insular behavior. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it because while I'm a Jamaican, I understand that I'm a part of a region, right? I'm a part of a region with similarities, you understand? And I know, especially because I'm a proud graduate of the University of the West Indies, I know how valuable it is to come together as a people with similar background and make change in our region. You understand? You understand what I say? Some I feel like some of them look a petty behavior there. You don't need to take that time there and go wash up some plates in a sink. One go take them time there and go learn one different language. I think too much time is spent on social media wasting away when you could use that valuable time to invest in yourself. Like, that never necessary. That argument between the Trinidadians and the Jamaicans on Twitter, it never necessary. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Alright? On a very quiet today. So hold on. I would love to know if somebody disagrees with me, because I see the numbers jumping now, so I know you guys are, and it's not the first time that we're seeing an argument between Jamaicans and other Caribbean nations. You understand? well, people, citizens of other Caribbean nations. We see it before on social media. You understand? You want to see it? Wait till there's an international competition, especially like Olympics. Oh Lord. Look here. We don't have time for that. We don't need time for that. We already see in the last couple months how black people on a whole are being fought against. Look here now, man. We don't need to fight amongst with one another. Work together, man. I saw me see it. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Nerissa said true. That's it. So nobody on the live disagree with me. Well, if you don't disagree with me, that's completely fine. That is completely fine. If you agree with me, I am totally fine with that. I love how the numbers are jumping, guys. Thank you so much for sharing the video. Right, as I tell you, I am live on Jamaicans.com every single week, and I come and discuss with you what is happening in the island. If there is an issue, an incident that happened in the island that you would really want me to share, please feel free to send me a message. My Instagram is a_mawat, it soon change. On Twitter it's a_mawat. I'm on Facebook, you understand? You can follow me, Ashleigh-Ann Mawat. If you look for my full name, follow my page, because if you go to my profile, I may not always be there, right? Pauline said we all have the problem of not even saying a simple hello to each other. We stand and keep walking, or we stare and keep walking, or stand very sad. Caroline says excellent discussion. We need to come together, man. There is an argument that the argument that the Jamaicans are proposing is that, okay, whenever we are overseas, and most of you guys are living overseas now, living in the US, living in the UK, living in Canada, living in different parts, living in China. You guys saw Xavier's interview with the Jamaican from living in China. You can tell me, when people approach you, do they say, are you from the Caribbean? Or do they say, are you from Jamaica? Because that is an argument that most most of the tweeters, Jamaican tweeters, were saying. They were saying, well, it's not like the other Caribbean islands are that recognized anyway. And I'm like, oh gosh, really? I know Jamaicans are big, bold, and in your face, but I know other countries. Look here, I went to a conference with a group of St. Lucians. Nobody can tap them when it comes on to dancing. Me, they tired. I'm not afraid to say that. I'm not say them have the best dance moves now, okay? You understand? I know Jamaicans do have the best dance moves, but when it comes to energy, oh jeez, they're not tired. I'm not tired. Alright? And when I tell you about going out and partying, them not tired. So I know, even though we can say that Jamaicans have the vibes, we have our Caribbean neighbors are just as energetic. Mama said we cut from the same cloth, you know. Mama said a few history date back to Africa. You understand? Date back to some of us Europe, some of us India, some of us China. We mix up. Don't forget that. Don't forget that we, not only Jamaica, but the Caribbean is a melting pot of cultures. You understand? So I know we alone. I know we alone have the vibe. I know we alone have the rich talents and all of that. I know we alone have this deep history, deep and phenomenal history. You understand? Come on. We have kings and queens in their own rights right across the Caribbean. So stop making it seem like only Jamaica have it. I'm not tell you something. I'm not tell you say I am not a proud Jamaican. I am a proud. Look here. The shirt, the top that I'm in says proud to be. Okay. Makeda, like she wants to read the top. It says proud to be from the fastest country on earth. I'm a proud Jamaica. Big up Xavier for giving me gifting me this top. I really love it. Right? Yes, Makeda says she is proud to be a Jamaican. Alright, George says in agreement with you, we are descendants of the same people. Caroline says, I am mixed with Jamaica. Okay, so you're mixed with Jamaican and Bajan. And I'm fed up with the hatred. I'm fed up. Look here, you see the hatred between Bajans and Jamaicans are real. Up to now, I don't know why Bajan women. Let me tell you one secret. Is it okay for you? For people who attended you can tell me. I don't know why. But you see, anytime a Bajan girl start talk to a Jamaican man, for some reason it angers the Jamaican women. I don't know why. I specifically remember this, and the truth and the vice and the opposite is the truth. So whenever a Bajan man start talk to a Jamaican woman, it bothers the Bajan women. The men don't get involved in it, you know. It's just something between Bajan women on campus and Jamaican women on campus. And don't let me tell you about the animosity between the Vincentians and Jamaicans. I mean, granted, I have a friend from St. Vincent, by the way, right? Granted, we do have good friends, but when especially when it comes to competition time, like culture competitions, Lord Jesus, it's real, it's supercharged, like Jamaican election. You understand? And I just feel I'm so right. You're so right, Vivette. Like, it only need to cut it out. It's not go nowhere. Especially because we see where through curriculum and other regional arrangements, we can have Jamaicans going to those Caribbean islands and go make some money, and the truth and the opposite is true. So you have some Caribbean nationals, Trinidadians in Jamaica, in very esteemed job positions. You understand? You have Bajans in Jamaica. You understand what I say? So, I'm gonna stop it, man. I don't think it's a good look. Parents are watching from Antigua. Hi! Thank you for watching. Alright. Amafab Bogle says, I'm living in the UK and it's a big problem with Trinidad and Jamaicans here. I would love Trinidadians and Jamaicans here. I would love to know what's the situation like. Amafab, let me know. And Karen says, so true. Caroline says, we are all Africans. Well, I'm gonna completely agree with you, Caroline. The reason I'm saying that, and all of we are Africans. But I don't know if the Chinese Jamaicans will say I'm an African. I don't know if they will say that. So that's why I'm saying this. Guys, I won't be here for much longer. I really see that you're enjoying the discussion. If you need a part 2 of this discussion, please comment below. I have the perfect panel for this because I feel like I have a friend in every single Caribbean country, and I can test that theory. Alright, so I won't be here for much longer. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Love the discussion. Love that you just did what I asked and shared the video. We're up to over 100 people. Lord Jesus, I watch me live. I feel nice. Until next time, come reason with me.